What is your parenting style? Because babies are born, but parents are created. The manner in which I parent my child may be very different with the manner in which you shall parent your child, because what works for one child may not work for another child. Hello from wherever you are. My name is Tavi, Mama to Matunda, and I want to welcome you back to my YouTube channel. And if it's your first time here, karibu sana. This is a channel whereby we talk about parenting, motherhood, and lifestyle. And to my returning subscribers, ninawa love, ninawa lombo too. Karibuni sana. Now I want to introduce the parenting, motherhood, lifestyle series. Drum roll. So on this show, we will talk about parenting, motherhood or fatherhood, and how we want to label this this journey. It's a journey because once you give birth or once you start taking care of an infant or a child, it takes time before they reach a certain age of the title adulthood. And now our question out here is, what is your parenting style? What is your parenting style? Because nobody was born as a parent. Babies are born, but parents are created. True or not true? So true. We as parents, we are created either through adopting, either through taking care of your siblings, and you were not you were created because this baby or babies were born. So let's dwell into this, and today we're going to look at five good points that are going to sink in into the parenting lifestyle or parenting journey, because as we have said, it is a journey. One step at a time we learn. And if you see me looking down, I'm just confirming some points, because in today's family setting, it has really taken a diverse journey or a diverse way, or a very diverse way. Yeah, that is true. Today's family setting is not the traditional family setting where we were used to. We were used to have a mother, a father, and a child or children, one, two, three, or children. But today's family setting is very diverse, whereby they are single parents, they are parents of the same sex, they are people who come together and they don't want children. That's a family too. So it's very diverse, and the fact that you find yourself in such a situation, it doesn't take away the title of you forming a family, right? And when it comes to parenting or motherhood or fatherhood, the manner in which I parent my child may be very different with the manner in which you shall parent your child, because what works for one child may not work for another child. That is, maybe you give birth to your firstborn, or maybe you adopted your firstborn and you adopted the secondborn, or even gave birth to the secondborn. Those two children, you might as well find they have very different characteristics, and yet they might be siblings. And what works for one child may not work for another child in your family or in someone else's family. That is very true. Without much further ado, let's look at these 5 points that are going to enable us to expound and even dwell and dig deep into being a guardian, being a parent, is to learn new skills to be the best parent or guardian. stroke caregiver. What are some of these skills that you as a guardian, you as a caregiver of these young ones, you as a parent of these young ones would like to learn in order to incorporate and ensure the well-being of your child, and even ensure that you have taken part in their development, in their different milestones, and in their upbringing? Personally, I admit that I've learned some new skills, especially when it comes to cooking. My kids really love to eat tasty food, so I really take in a lot of time in learning new skills on how to incorporate new dishes, sweet cooked dishes that are very sweet and and are delicious to them. So you can find myself most times googling how to spice my drumsticks, how to spice, how to cook broccoli, how to, what ingredients should I add when it comes to cooking the pancakes. I grew up knowing that my pancakes should have flour, an egg, or salt, sugar. But right now, you will find me incorporating apples, broccoli, carrots, and even milk, and even some sweetened yogurt in my pancakes. You will find me on TikTok looking up into the reels that have some cooking tips, and also you'll find me on YouTube, do some research, watch some videos, take my time to learn and even learn new skill. And in this journey, we have to learn and unlearn. It is very important to learn and unlearn. Okay, so what other skills? I find myself wanting to know how to make homemade toys. Kids stuff are very expensive, and I find myself wanting to know, okay, what, apart from buying a car, because I will buy a car, the wheels will be out in a few minutes, they will be crashed. So I find myself once again getting into Instagram, watching reels that most Asians really make things, and even like take time to show us how they are making these carton made carton made cars, and how they went about it, and even making it with your kids. That's a skill that you are enabling them to know that this thing can be made at an early and tender age, and they can be creative, innovative, and also you can spend more time together, putting these parts together, and even it turns out to be a moving car. You can get bottle tops, you can get the small packs of juices that we drink, and also straws, strings, and put them together, and you get a toy out of it. Another thing that I've learned is that I should spare some time, despite our busy schedule as parents, in looking for a better lifestyle for our kids. We have to create a minimum time of us, either in the weekends or in the evening after work, that you can take your time to go outside and play with these kids. Take them to the playground, go soak your feet in the sand, uh dirtify yourself as much as possible, throw balls to each other, play with water. It's very important. The laughter that comes from these kids, it's so awesome that you really like spend your time with them, all of that, and they really appreciate. My kids always tell me, thank you mommy, thank you mommy. And when they hear we are going outside, when they hear we want to go for walks over sunset hours, we want to go outside and just chill under the tree, and even look at the birds as they sing, as they fly. They are so excited, because most times you'll hear them telling me, mama, we're going outside, and they are really really happy, and that melts my heart. Let me just look down if I've left any other points. We have touched on learning how to cook, learning how to make toys at home with available materials, learning new games that you will play with your kids or kid, have activities like drawing and painting, taking them to play to the playground and playing with them. Yeah, it's very important for you to show them that this is a pencil, this is a drawing book, let's draw this cartoon. If it's Paw Patrol, if it's a cat, let's color if they have gotten to that age. Yeah, and if not, please take care of them, because these paints, these crayons can be as well hazardous and harmful. If they are taken down, they might choke. So really take care of those stuffs that they play with. And onto our second point, it calls of us parents, caregivers, and even guardians to being patient. It takes time and repetition for a child to learn. Kindly be patient with these kids. These kids, they are in their learning stage. The capacity of them understanding is very shallow. You need to keep repeating. I know sometimes we get weary, we are tired, it's in the evening, the whole day we have been outside fending and looking for money, hustling, tiresome jobs, because we have woken up very early, we have been up and down hustling. But these kids, they don't understand that. They want, like, if they're calling mommy, they will call you 100 times. If they want and they really seek attention, sometimes it's, I understand, sometimes it's very hard, but we really need to be physically and present for them. So repeat as many times as possible. Do not wear. Despite the circumstances of being tired, weary, also do some delegation. Sometimes we are tired. Yes, we are tired. So do some delegation. If daddy is available, if you have a dad, if you have a husband who is caring, do some delegation. Let daddy take care of the kids as well. If you want to nap, let auntie do her do part of it. We if we are many in the house, uh if you are blessed and fortunate to be many, maybe there's auntie, there's uncle, there's mom and dad, there's grandma or grandpa, please do delegation. Do not wear yourself down. If you have another person to do and help you with the kid or with your children, please do delegation. And please be patient with these young ones, because they are depending on you to learn. They are depending only on you to learn. So let's get to that point whereby it's talking about responding calmly and consistently to your child or children or your kid. Sometimes it may not work. I agree. Sometimes it may not work because this kid, you have repeated several times. For example, do not touch the water. Close the tap. Close the tap. You have repeated like 10 times, 100 times, but this child, they want just to play with water. What will you do when you are stressed, when you are worn out? You find yourself shouting and yelling at them. Yeah, it's possible. I've seen some TikToks, I've seen some reels on Instagram whereby parents, when they scream, when they yell, when they shout at these kids, they calm down and stop being mischievous, being cheeky. They listen. When you shout, I don't know what happens, what wonders happens. They stop. They stop what they are doing. They stop being mischievous. I know it's hard, but sometimes let's just be calm and talk to them quietly, or just when our tones are a little bit down. Let's try. I know it's hard, but let's try. And we see if it will work, because we're parenting, it doesn't have any manual. It's one step at a time, and the way you will do it, it will be so different with another person. And that's why we are striving to be the best of the best of the best of the best parents to them. And we try to just bring out what we can in our best manner, without failure, without like looking we are perfect, but trying to just give them the best. So, on to our fourth point, promoting a safe, supportive community for all children, because we are a community. When I see your child wanting to cross the road and they are unattended to, I, as a parent, I will feel the responsibility to ensure that this child hasn't crossed that road alone while there are cars passing by in the estate, I will tell him or her or help them to cross the road. Like, don't be that mother or that parent or that caregiver who will be like, ai, kwani wazazi wake wako, kwani huyu mwenye huu mtoto amemwacha akiwa unattended tu na vile ni wachanga, kwani hakuwa anajua anaweza riske. Don't be that parent. If you see anything bad that might happen to this child, any danger that is they are exposed to, please secure those children, because children are young and they do not have the thinking capacity you as an adult has, and it's our responsibility as a community. Don't just take this responsibility down to the biological parent of this young one or the caregiver. Kindly, let's be all take care of our kids. For example, children rights. You can't just see a child being abducted, a child being mistreated by a caregiver, a house help in the estate, and just be quiet without informing their guardian, their parent, or whomever that child is living with. There are children who are mistreated in closed doors. They are beaten, they are yelled at, they get that fear, they are instilled fear, just they can't speak out, they can't stand up for themselves, and this is a very dangerous thing to do, because when these kids grow up, they grow up while they are so timid, they grow up with that fear in them that they cannot get up and speak out for themselves. And this is because this happened while they were in closed doors. Nobody came to their rescue, and you are there knowing that in your neighborhood there is a child being mistreated. In your neighborhood there is a person who has rented out a house whereby they bring in children to go and work as domestic caregivers, as slaves. No, we shouldn't do like that. Let's take care and ensure that these children are part of the community, and once a child is brought out into this world, it's no longer the responsibility of the caregiver or of the parent. A child is a member of the community. A child is the responsibility of the community. So kindly be responsible. Kindly don't be that person who says, oh, here in Ihusu, please, 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 let's support and take care of our children in our communities. And on to our fifth and last point, let's look after ourselves. Your health and well-being are very important. So, new moms mpo, how is parenting so far? Are you having a time to breathe in and breathe out? Especially moms to multiples, moms to twins, moms to singleton. I'm talking about mothers because this weighs down so heavily to mothers. Fathers, you have exceptional stages in parenting, especially when the kids are so young, 0 to 3 months, 3 to 6 months. Sometimes you have a very long time to breathe, unlike the mothers. Unlike the mothers, here I'm talking about the mothers. I'm not talking about caregivers. I'm not talking about guardians. I'm deep down into the mothers. The biological mothers of these kids really get it hard. This is because of breastfeeding. This is because of postpartum depression. This is because, for example, the cesarean moms, they are healing, they are treating some wounds. This is because of leaking breast. This is because of minimum time to sleep. These kids, these young ones, these infants, they will wake up weird hours to breastfeed. After every 2 hours, a child is supposed to breastfeed. You as a mom, you are worn out, but there's nobody like to be there to breastfeed your child because you're the one who has the milk. I feel you and I tell you, kindly take care of yourself. This is where we do delegation. This is where we just pray that we have people to stand with us, to be there for us at that difficult moment, at that moment whereby nobody else understands apart from you what you're experiencing and what you're going through. And this is where I call the community to come and help. young mothers to come and help new moms to come. This is where we call the village. It takes a village to raise a child. That's so true. And through experience, I've witnessed it. It took a village, my village. And I really appreciate and even pray at this moment that Lord Jesus, may you see through our villages, our village members, may you always take care of them. It takes a village to raise a child, I tell you. And this is where my heart also goes out to the single mothers, because this mother, maybe she is the breadwinner, she is the one to take care of their kids, maybe 1, 2, 3, yeah. Oh, and their life right now, the economy is tough, but God is with all of us. And I just just plead and just request that you as the caregiver, you as the parent, you as the mother, that you should have time for yourself as well. If it's long showers, please take long showers. It really helps calm you down, and also you relax. If it's just napping, you give the child or the children to your nanny or your husband to look after them for a while and take a rest. If it's just having evening walks, do so. If it's just writing down, recording things on your diary, do so. If it's watching, do so. Never let anyone condemn you. Tafadhali tusikuwe watchmen tusaidie mahali tunaweza. And I hope this will be a good series. We will work together in this. And also, if you have any point, any detail that you want us to talk about, please feel free to engage into the comment section and say, maybe perhaps you have a problem in potty training your child. Maybe you want us to talk about breastfeeding. Maybe you want us to talk about milestones, different milestones that kids do experience. Maybe you want us to talk about early developmental stages. Don't usi hesitate, just write down below that in the next video you want us to talk about this and this, and I will really appreciate. I will do my research. And also, when it comes to welcoming a professional, I will do so, and I will really try as much as possible to collaborate with as many moms as possible. If you have a story that you want to educate people to listen to your story, and also to pass an information, kindly feel free to WhatsApp me, to comment down below, and even we engage in my social media platform. On Instagram is tabby_twyla, and also on Instagram it's mama pachan tabby_twyla. And this is a book that I really use, that it has really guided me when it comes to parenting, when it comes to motherhood journey, and also when it comes to raising my twin boys. It's called Growing Miracles, the First 6 Years with Your Child, by Calgary Health Region. I was gifted this book by my one and only sister MJ, and it is really a good book that has really enabled me to get some tips. Let me read through some of the topics that this book has. It has some topics like Welcome to Parenthood, that is in page 5 to page 9, Miracles in Progress, infant, that is birth to 6 months, babies, that is 6 to 18 months, and also toddlers, that is 18 to 3 years, preschoolers 3 to 5 years, new schoolers 5 to 6 years. So it is a really detailed book that it will guide me also to pass information to you, my online community, whereby you may not be having the opportunity to get hold of this book. Even the materials, or when it comes to reading, you may not have materials to use that their source is informatory, but is need of you to get that information when your child is growing. Like it talks about the developmental chart, you growing with your child, the physical development, sleeping, eating routine, oral health, dealing with feelings, toddlers, mpo wazazi wa toddlers here, feelings ziko juu chini. Right now we are smiling, the next time we are crying, protecting them, coping with them, and so much more that I'm so eager to share. And I'm so eager to walk in this journey with new moms, walk in this journey with twin moms, walk in this Why am I saying Shani? Okay, this journey with you as a guardian, with you as a caregiver. Until next time, for now is adios. And I love you so much and do take care of yourself. And I hope you enjoyed this series of parenting, motherhood, and lifestyle show with Tammy Twyla.